Welcome to the Best Instructional Strategies Action Research Proposal. Action research is the best design for this problem since it promotes participation, empowers stakeholders, encourages continuous improvement, and the collection and analysis of data are occurring within the same context, which is Bloomingdale High School. The problem is something the teachers at BHS experience every day, and the students and teachers are working together to find a solution to the problem. The problem is that students feel unmotivated when teachers fail to use diverse and engaging instructional methods. The research will focus on the students at BHS with the hope that aligning teaching strategies with student preferences will increase engagement and overall enhance learning. The findings could potentially have broader implications for other high schools facing similar issues. The problem is important because there has been a noticeable decline in student motivation and engagement. Teachers have reported that students are less interested in learning, which is believed to be linked to the gap between the strategies teachers use and student-preferred learning methods. Students feel unmotivated when teachers fail to use diverse and engaging instructional methods. The research will focus on the teachers and students in Algebra 1 specifically at BHS, with the hope that aligning teaching strategies with student preferences will increase engagement and enhance learning. The stakeholders include students, teachers, and administrators, and potentially other schools experiencing the same problem. The purpose of this action research study is to align teaching strategies with student-identified preferences to improve engagement and motivation at Bloomingdale High School. The goal is to reduce student burnout, which is often linked to low motivation and dissatisfaction with courses. This burnout not only affects students' academic performance, but also their personal and social lives. Since motivation and dissatisfaction stem from students' perceptions of their teachers' instructional strategies, the research aims to enhance these factors by better aligning teaching methods with student preferences. The research question is, how will the alignment of teaching strategies with student-preferred instructional strategies improve student learning? The intervention strategy that will be implemented during this action research is adjusting teacher strategies to align to student-identified preferences to determine the impact on student learning. This action research will take place in 5 steps. Step 1 is to gather preliminary data from teachers on instructional strategies through surveys. This includes what is currently being used. Directly after Step 1, Step 2 will take place, which is gathering preliminary data from students on preferences and instructional strategies through surveys. After the data has been collected from students and from teachers, we will go on to Step 3 after 1 week. So teachers will have 1 week to begin implementing strategies that students identify as preferred. After 1 week, we will conduct observations of those teachers implementing the preferred instructional strategies. After a week of observations, interviews with students and teachers in these Algebra 1 courses will be conducted to identify a reflection of the process all the way from beginning to end. Directly after all the interviews are conducted, we will analyze data and summarize our findings. The resources and responsibility of each of these 5 steps are as follows. For Step 1, what is needed is a Google form for teachers to be able to identify what instructional strategies they use. Then I will be responsible for sending that out, gathering the data, and utilizing that data to create the Google form for students for Step 2. After I implement that survey, Step 3, again a week after Step 2, so that the teachers have time to implement the preferred strategy, I will be completing the observations by going into each Algebra 1 room and taking notes on the instructional strategies that are present and the levels of student engagement for 30 minutes. A week after those observations, I will be conducting interviews and taking notes using formatted notes for the students and teachers that participated in this action research. Step 5 is utilizing the data from all 3 collection methods, which include surveys, observations, and interviews for a mixed method study, and I will be completing the analysis and summary from there. Some potential benefits include that the stakeholders and target population are benefiting from the implemented proposal's findings. The increase in student learning and their interests are evolving continuously. So being able to find a method to improve student learning, no matter the group of students or the content, will change the game for students, teachers, and administrators. When students feel that they have a say in their classroom, their motivation and engagement increase. If students can continue to see their wants and needs being met in classrooms through implementing preferred instructional strategies, learning and engagement will increase. The correlation between student preference and student learning can benefit the approach teachers take to instructing their courses, alongside how administrators encourage teachers and students. The proposal was developed through collaboration with BHS colleagues. To continue with implementation of this action research, I will ensure the Algebra 1 teachers and students are still willing to participate in the action research. Then I will begin with step 1 of the action research, which is gathering data from the teachers. The action research process has enhanced my ability to make data-driven decisions. It involves formulating research questions, conducting a literature review, selecting appropriate data methods, and ensuring ethical procedures for reliable results. These findings can be applied to other areas such as curriculum alignment, classroom management, and other things to improve outcomes for all stakeholders. The following are the resources that I was able to utilize throughout this action research process. And I appreciate your time and your consideration to allow me to implement action research to figure out the connection or the correlation between student preferences and student learnings with relation to instructional strategies. Thank you.